Okay, and sound check. I think the sound works great. Sorry, I was a little late, so I just need to figure out how everything gets set up properly here. And sorry, I'm so confused today. I'm so delayed, and I have slept about 4 hours for the last week. So I'm doing my best here. There, it was. Damn it. I'm gonna have a little less light on than I usually have, and that's basically because my brain needs. Well, my brain would rather have totally darkness in here, but then my other side of my brain would get very, very bored very, very fast. Um, so, yeah. Sorry, it's just the last things here so I can see what you guys see. Yay, now I can see what you guys see. And it's helps some. Oh, I accidentally clicked something. Whoops. Hee. There. And then I just. Normally, I would not take any pills alive because I think it could send a wrong message, but my neck hurts like a bit, so I need to. That was yucky. Um, Now, if I could just aim from my mouth next time, that would be amazing. Yeah, I had this car accident a few years ago where I was waiting because there was a red light, and I was just waiting in my car, my work car. Luckily, so it wasn't mine that got hurt. Uh, I wouldn't like to pay that bill. But I was just waiting for a red light, and the car behind me decided not to. So yeah, I got one of those. Um, Initially, I didn't get hurt at all, luckily. But afterwards, I had a lot of neck issues, and that's just what I have to live with. Anyway, it's Sunday. It's time for relaxing Sunday. I forgot another thing. I wanted to wear my glasses today. And I know some people say they work, some people say they don't work. I feel like, especially, not necessarily the screen, but the light I have up here, I just feel like my eyes are more relaxed after using them, but I need to use them for a few hours before I can actually feel a difference. If I just like edit something 20 minutes or so, I cannot feel a difference. Anyway, it's relaxing Sunday, and we are going to. Sorry, I need to see what I'm doing here. Um, there. Gameplay. Right, yeah. So, for the uninitiated, last Friday were the last Pokemon Violet gameplay I'm gonna do as a series. And sorry, it's just yeah, all these things. Last time I did it as a series. Not that doesn't mean that I won't go back to it, but as a series, it's done now. And then I want to do a few things in the future, so I went in and did live actually a lot of these settings down here, so I can play on my computer, my PlayStation, make it all work. I actually needed to add an extra one today, so I can maybe record from a second channel while I am live on this channel, because this purple thing around here is not exactly the same. It looks alike, but it's not. And also my camera is placed differently and such, so I needed to figure out how to make it work. So I did that earlier today here. Which I think I found a way to do it, and I think about maybe building a habitat in Planet Zoo this Tuesday. Haven't decided yet, but I think so. But I think I know where we are here, but I'm just gonna pull up the map to be sure. I think we did the Magikarp. No. Um, what's it called? The big... It's not a Machop and it's not a Magikarp. It's the big eating Pokemon that is placed normally here. We did that last. We have done all of these. Sorry, all of these up here we have done. And then to grind for this, I chose to go back down. Damn it. This way. So we have done that. We have not done the gym down here, because then I went back and went for this gym. Also, I wanted to go for this power plant, but we cannot do that before we have surf, and I'm pretty sure we need to get past this gym to have surf. Not sure, but I think so. So that's basically what we are going for today. Yeah, and everyone that is here, of course, the chat is there. So if you want to say something, add something, ask something, it's there for you guys. Also, if you just want to state something. Yeah, as always, we try to be nice about it, but I know I'm stupid when I play games. Especially because sometimes I'm really focused, especially because there's things I remember very vividly from Pokemon Yellow. So I think it's done a certain way, and it can take me a while to figure it out here, even though I have played Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu before. But Pokemon Yellow stands more clearly in my brain, or the way I remember it stands more clearly in my brain. Oh, and another good news. I woke up this morning with 194 subscribers on my main channel. That was awesome. I'm still amazed. I haven't been doing this for a year, and I said like 10 subscribers the first year. That would be amazing. Actually, at this point, I think we're gonna hit the 200 before. I think it's like I got the game in February, so I think I started my channel like a month later in March, or maybe in April. I'm not sure. Okay, fire spin, quick attack, flamethrower, fire blast. Let's blast it. Didn't do a whole lot, but again, Chansey is one of those really not strong Pokemon, but high HP Pokemon. Let's try with a flamethrower. Boof it. That did a little more. Not a lot, but a little. Damn it. But why? Tell me why you did it. Yeah, I have that, not the original, but the dog one that goes around on Instagram currently. Awakening use. Yeah, on the one that is asleep, probably. Okay. Sorry, I'm just gonna... I can just feel like I'm like in a slagging mood today, so I'm not gonna sit straight. So just so I fit roughly inside of the camera frame is the word. Tell me why you won't give me a D-stick. Tell me why you won't give me a cheesecake. It's actually funny, I never heard the original. Like, not the original, but the actual song. Never heard that before. Yeah, we're gonna power through it this time. Um, I was watching. Like just started a job at the new place, and I really wanted to get in with the ladies. And get some friends there, and they were all going to this Chippendales thing, and I had no idea what it was, but I was just, oh, I want to come with. And then they were like, also because my coworkers was like 50, 55, 60, and I was like 23, 25 at that point. So they were like, it's men, right? And I was, it's men. Yeah, but they do not wear so much clothes. And I'm like, okay, what is it? And then honestly, I was pleasantly surprised when I went to see it. I was just like, I'm okay with nakedness. It doesn't turn me on, to be honest. But I was pleasantly surprised very much that we heard some good music. Like, they could sing. That shocked me. Like, for the other girls, what I heard from them was just, and they take their clothes off and they look great, and none of that impressed me. But they had some good dance moves. I grew up as a dancer, so I enjoy good dancing. Again, I didn't find it sexy at all, which I find really weird, but I did find it entertaining, I did find it fun, and I really like some of the songs they sang, and that was the first time I heard the song, actually. Which is weird, because all of the other women I were there with, they, like, grew up with it. But for me it was, oh, good song, I never heard this before. Yes, but I'm pleasantly surprised about it, honestly. Then I don't remember if it was next year or the year after I went back to see them again with the same group of women, roughly. And all of the dancers were swapped out with kids. And none of them sang. And none of them, like... like... They did the same dance moves, but it was like not at the same time, and it wasn't on purpose, like planned out. They should do it on not the same time. It was basically that you could see them once in the back row, looking at the guys in the front row, what they were doing, and try to keep up. Really, it wasn't the same experience at all. Which I find a little sad, because I think it has potential, to be honest. I felt a little uncomfortable, to be honest, when they got too close, the guys. But besides that, it was a fun experience, and I'm really happy I saw it. My boyfriend, though, boyfriend at the time did get bullied a little bit afterwards, because he worked the same place. So the girls did bully him a little bit by the fact that I was with them. But yeah, it was funny. And then, yeah, I'm also watching the Chippendale. It's not a documentary. I'm not sure what it's classified as. The thing that is on... Is it HBO that have that series now? It's really good, actually. I enjoy those kinds of series, though I don't think they should exist. Because I actually heard about, because I'm a true crime fan, so I heard about the Chippendale murders and all of that, and find it really fascinating. Though after I went to the concerts. But I really like the way they make these series, and especially with the Dropout, which is kind of the same category, where in the Chippendales it's hard to understand Steve's side. It's hard to root for him. Like the Dropout, you really did root for her at a lot of the time, and understood her choices, it didn't make them right. It didn't make them right at all. But you understood where she came from, and you understood why she wanted to do what she wanted to do. Again, always remember, in these kind of series, it's not a documentary. You don't see the real person. This is built as a story glorification of these individuals, which I think is wrong. I think water would be good. However, I also have water on my Eevee, so yeah, we're gonna go with Vaporeon, I guess. But in general, I really enjoy the way that this series tells a story, and I think these. Okay, I have one water move, so we're gonna go for water gun, I guess. But if it works, then it's fine. So, but I just think these stories tells a lot about the world we live in. Or I didn't see what he was gonna swap into, so we get. No, I should have swapped out my Pokemon. I think takedown is stronger than double edge, but I'm not sure. We're gonna go with the takedown, I guess. Even though it's, is this pure electric, or if is it electric? It doesn't matter. I'm not sure if it's also steel. But my Eevee is still in the corner, so I guess I can survive. I guess. We have a Pokemon more. Okay, so we have Glow, Sparkly Swirl, Batty Bat, and Bouncy Bubble. Bouncy Bubble is out of the question. So we have Fairy, Dark, and Psychic. So I guess Psychic. I tried to do this without looking it up. I may regret it. Yeah, that was not a good choice. The good thing is that Eevee is, when all is said and done, it is a normal type, so we don't have a lot of weaknesses. Okay, try with Batty Bat. I think that would be better here than Fairy, but again, not sure. Okay, it's enough to kill it if I can get one more in, which I should. Okay. I think that's only helps with special attacks, but I have no idea with these if they're special attacks or not. Oh, that was creepy. I just heard my elastic up here give. That was not nice, because now I know my hair will fall down at a point. Oh, damn it. And Hauncher. I think... Okay, Dark type's better than Ghost type, but Fairy type better than Dark type, I think. Not sure. I think. Let's go with the Dark type. I know Dark is better than Ghost. So yeah. Anyway, speaking of true crime and all that, did anyone watch the murder case? Yeah, not the murder case, the murder case. I've been watching it. I follow Emily D. Baker. She's amazing. And I have a little iffiness around her because, okay, we need to heal up some Pokemons. I have things I really like about her and things I don't. And a big part is the fact that she makes me understand things I simply don't understand. For instance, the fact... Oh, potion. It was not a potion I was going for. It was Ravine. Sorry, I just got it. Yeah. she makes me understand things I simply don't understand, especially because of the fact that I'm Danish and our legal system is so much different, and I'm kind of fascinated of the way the American system works. Um, really, yeah, I don't know how else to say it. Just fascinated. It's not like I think you guys in US have a bad system. It's just very different, and especially just the length of cases. Like there was a lot of talk with the her dip case, where in Denmark there was a lot of talk about he would have lost the case here. If that's right or wrong, that's not the issue here. He would have lost simply because they wouldn't have gotten more than 2 or 3 days in court, and a lot of the personalization of him would not be allowed because technically it doesn't affect the case. The case is simply did she lie or not, making 99% of the case from the US invalid. Again, it's not about if the one system is better than the other. I just say simply the case would have ended differently according to the Danish law. I think in some cases, like, it would make sense. Like in US, you have a lot of drama, where in Denmark, law is basically boring. Really boring. Well, we have some interesting cases, but a lot of in Denmark, it's also quite normal with high-profile cases to have them behind closed doors. You have to be allowed by the legal system to have it behind closed doors, but mainly a lot of people in cases don't want them to be public. You can still, in most cases, just walk in and see the case. But in general, people don't have those glorification of murder cases or something. We hear, like, the media is only like, oh, the case starts today and that's it. And then when it's done and we are told what the results were, and that's everything that comes out, basically. Unless you actually bother to show up. Where the American legal system is so extreme in every aspect, and I kind of love it, but it's also, I'm really glad that if I was accused of anything, no matter if I was guilty or not, I wouldn't like to be in the American legal system, basically. I wouldn't feel safe there because, especially the way that in Denmark, we really go for, like, you are innocent to until the opposite is proven by the law. And I think in general, we'll really trust in that and believe in that. I like to see these cases basically so I get an idea of, okay, but even though you have these rules, even though this is the law, I understand or don't understand how they got there. But in the US, it doesn't matter what the legal system says. If the public decides that someone is guilty, and most of those people won't have followed the no, I don't. Haven't followed the what's it called, the case. Like, for instance, that we heard a lot of the people commenting on the case and commenting on who's right and wrong in that case didn't watch every single minute of the trial. And I know that because I watch every single minute of the trial. And I understand most of the jury's decision, honestly, they did judge some things differently than I would have done, but that's not based on what I think would be wrong and right. That's just based on what I think the law says, from my understanding of it. Again, I'm not a jury and I do not decide. I'm not the truth finder in these cases, so I'm not allowed, I should not be allowed to state who's guilty or not guilty in any of these cases, especially because I'm not the jury, I'm not the judge, and I'm definitely not, it's not even my legal system, but I'm fascinated by the way it works. Very much. I would actually like if there were other countries that did the same. For instance, I would like to understand simply the countries that we compare us to in Denmark is normally Britain, Germany, but especially Norway and Sweden. And I would like to know these simple things. How much of it is the same and how much of it is not the same. But again, that's personal. I would like to understand these things, but I understand why it isn't out there if the general public don't care. And in general, I also understand that, because I live in Denmark, 99% of what I have to say as a Danish person, not what I personally have to say, but what I have to say as a Danish person, a Danish citizen, people won't care about in the big scale, because Denmark are not one of those countries that either have giant population, or are one of those countries that have a giant influence on the world. We pride ourselves of being a real big country compared to us, compared to a size. But because we have a few big inventions that have changed the world over time. We also were some of the most gruesome Vikings out there, so a lot of us people around the world has at least heard about that. Again, weird thing, I do not understand why we can be proud as Vikings when the German cannot be proud because of World War II. Again, I know that one thing is newer than the others, but besides that, it's basically the same thing. The only difference is time. I'm not saying that what the Germans did through World War II were wrong or right, but I'm just saying the things we did as Vikings were not right either. Or not more right than what the German did. So it's weird that we can be proud of that comparatively. Let's see. And we have some new guys here today. Hello. I always get a little when there's new guys here. Basically because it's rare that it happens. But okay, I cannot get past you. Partially because it's not often that I get new people over here, but also because, like, I don't know, I think a lot of people that join here will disappear fast, simply because of the fact that when I play Pokemon, I think I get into the Pokemon feed, and people maybe get to the Pokemon feed because they want to see people like that are good at playing Pokemon. And I'm not good. I'm not here to have a prof channel. I'm just here to have fun and talk and relax. And especially today because it's a relaxing Sunday. And yeah, I never claimed that I was good at any games, honestly. There's some games I think I'm better at than some people. than some specific people. But there's some games I have been really trying to better myself at. So I pride myself of being better as some people, but I'm definitely not the best person out there. For instance, Planet Zoo, I think I have learned so much the last year about basic architecture and a lot about the animals, and I really pride myself on that. But Pokemon it's my comfy zone. Pokemon are just comfy. That's also like I think 2/3 of my teddies, and I have a lot of teddy bears. Is it called teddies or just teddy bears in English? I'm not sure. But anyway, I think 2/3 or 3/4 of them are Pokemon. And the funny thing is, it's not all Pokemon, it's just evolutions. Like, I have all of the evolutions and I have more than one Eevee. Because they are so cute. Yeah, I never decide my team based on which Pokemon they are good. They need to have a few things working for them. One being the cuteness factor, and it doesn't mean that they need to be fluffy or anything like that. Like, cute comes in many forms, but they need to have some kind of cuteness factor, and they also need to have a moveset. I understand. That's pretty much what went wrong in Violet, because if you like, I came to the point where everything there is to do is terror raiding and shiny hunting. Shiny hunting, my brain don't work that way. I would love to shiny hunt and enjoy it, but I catch 2 of the same Pokemon and I'm bored. So that's not the solution for me. Furthermore, where was I going with that? Yeah. Furthermore, the terror raids that are really interesting to get, you need to catch with a specific Pokemon with a specific moveset that just aren't the way I like to play. I like physical move. They don't have to be physical, but I like moves that where I can see that they do an impact. I do not enjoy stat changing moves. I do not enjoy buffing moves or anything like that. I just want to see the HP go down. I'm so basic when it comes to that. And I think a lot of players are like me when it comes to that. So at this point, like, the 2 last interesting terror raids, you needed to use the Slowbro, which isn't a Pokemon for me. And the moveset you need to use are not a moveset for me. And you have one move that I understand using, and otherwise it's simply just do this, do this, do this. Don't care about what happens on the screen. Don't care about what the others do. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And now you can attack, and now the fight is over. That's basically how you cut them. And that's just, I'm losing interest that way. Will you switch Pokemon? Because it didn't see what he was throwing out, but a Doctrio. It's very big compared to my Pokemon, to be honest. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know, but I think the most of the... Like, there's a lot of categories of Pokemon players, I will say. Like, we have the Pokemon nerd, which I really respect. I respect Pokemon nerds that know all stats on all Pokemon. They know, if I get this Pokemon, then I need this Pokemon because they complement each other and this and this. I respect that shit. I wish my brain worked that way. Respect that. But I'm not that. Then there is the one that tries really hard, but doesn't quite get there. They keep needing to look things up, but when they look things up, they got tactics down, they have planned out shit, they know things. And then you have like various ratifications of that, all the way down to I want cute Pokemon, and that's where I am. Like, I want Pokemon that still like makes sense. I really enjoy when they like, for instance, Ditto. I like the gimmick very much, but you cannot recreate it without breaking it. I like the gimmick in Eevee. Eevee. Eevee is still really cute. Individual, the evolution are not as cute as Eevee. Individual, the evolutions are not that interesting. What makes them interesting is the gimmick. To be honest, like a lot of them, I would like to make more. Like, and it's not about the moveset either for me. For me, it's the design of them. I feel like all of them, like if you don't look at the color, a lot of them could just as well be a pre-evolution to Eevee than a evolution. To be honest, they don't look done. They don't. They look half baked, and I want them to like. I think give a further evolution, which again breaks the gimmick from Eevee a little bit, or just do something with them. To be honest, I think a lot of us wanted a new evolution, but I don't think that's enough for me. At one point, I was like, I only want all teams of evolutions, but in general, just doesn't work that way. Or it can work. You can get a strong team with all evolutions, but I don't think that that's the optimal way of doing so, and I don't think that the evolution complement each other, besides that you can get a lot of typings on the team. They simply don't, and I don't think they are created equally either. Like, some of them, I really like the design of Glaceon, but I personally don't see it as anything but a glass cannon in a fight. For a lot of things, it's cute. I like the glass, or the ice design. I would like it to be a little bit see-through, would have pulled the design further. However, when your main thing is that you want to make teddies, or plushies, I think they're also called, that would be very difficult to do with a semi-translucent Pokemon, to be honest. But it just would have pulled it further with the design. Flareon. Now, this version of it looks really more goofy than most of the designs of it. I am aware of that. But, like, you could have made really big, flamey tail. When you look at most of Gen 1 Pokemon with flame, either tail or flame anything, they have multiple colored flames. Flareon have a pale yellow tail. Doesn't look like a flame. For instance, Jolteon, I can't reach further out here, too far away, is a yellow spiky Pokemon. That's it. In general, Gen 1 looks a little differently than the others. And there's good things and bad things. I feel like they have more thought put into them. But they also have less... They went more with the, like, fire. Like, back then it looks more like you want them to not look alike more than you want them to be the environment. Where later you got a ice one that got kind of not spiky, which you could have made icicle spikes on it without issues, but instead you like made these kind of square ears that makes it a little bit, but in general it's just too rounded to be an ice Pokemon if you ask me. Then you have Espeon and Umbreon, which basically look alike. Like, it's the same Pokemon with a repaint, which I do not appreciate. I again, it's just take it that's the further. I know Umbreon have those weird thingies there, but that just putting weird thingies on a Pokemon doesn't make it unique. It's just make it weird. Will you switch your Pokemon? No. I've been so aware of what I say while I play these, where earlier it was okay for me to like be quiet for just a second. If I talk more than I used to, it's because I've really been thinking. Because I saw the van show, you know, Linus Tech Tip have that van show every Friday, and they talked about this with fair use and such. And the difference between some streamers simply just sit and make the thing work for itself, like play a game and not say anything, not show anything, don't have any opinion, but just this game running, or you show a clip for something where it's just a clip running, you don't add anything, you don't contribute, you don't do anything to make it yours. And since then I actually stopped watching a few YouTubers, because is it fair to use some other things just to make money? Like, I know I'm definitely not making money on this, but some people are, and some people simply eat or shut their microphone and talk with the person next to them while the thing we can see runs like in the background for them, or just laugh every 2 minutes or something like that. It's not really okay, if you ask me. Yeah. Sorry, that was for the game. It's just really frustrating, honestly. And I don't want to accidentally fall down in that category, especially because I am aware of the fact that I haven't been sleeping well recently, so I am tired, so I am more aware of the fact that if I just get a little tired sitting here and just play the game, I really definitely don't want to do that. It's not because I rather sleep than be here, because then I would simply end the stream. But I am aware of the fact that if I'm gonna do this, I wanna do it as entertainment, and I want to be, or not be a place, I want to create a place where people come and relax and join in, and not just to watch what I designed they can watch and then just sit and add nothing. Like, I think, oh, I didn't want to do that. I think it's important that, oh, I definitely wanted to do that. I think it's important. I can also see for the YouTubers I decide to see, the most important thing for me, it doesn't matter what they talk about if they are just enjoyable to be around. I think that's the most important part. So I just want to be enjoyable to be around. Not exactly what I wanted to say. But I just want to create a atmosphere where people feel like they want to be, and then I hope that some people finds me. and some people finds me that don't want to be here, then they shouldn't, then they can move on, and we can all be happy for it. And some people may find this channel and want to hang out, and that will be great and amazing. And yeah, why do I use flamethrower? I'm pretty sure its fire is hotter than my fire here. But it didn't go for a fire move though. What if I use quick attack? Will that help me? It will. 2 fire Pokemon using not fire move. Great. I actually got real mad here the other day on Pokemon, to be honest. I wanted to go in. I have been since the last season of Pokemon. I'm a little confused if it's still called Journeys in English, because in Danish we have Journeys and then Journeys Master. That was like the last thing that came out in the fall. And I really wanted to see like the last episodes. I think we are at 46 episodes. And I've been looking at Netflix where it was. I've been looking at the Pokemon TV app thingy, both on my phone and on my Switch. And they didn't come out, and I'm not sure if it's region locked and in Denmark we just don't get them yet, or what the hell is going on. So I went in the other day, and now there's like 16 episodes in there instead of 46. So instead of adding the last episodes, they just removed a bunch. And I know what's gonna happen. I know, because I'm on YouTube and people have talked about it. And I know, I understand that. It's the same with the fact that I didn't actually see the last episode of Doctor Who before I got the DVD in January. But I knew already like half an hour after it came out what would happen, because people are talking. And yeah, I just think at this point nothing's called spoilers for me anymore, because I'm just used to being spoiled. But I can find enjoyment in seeing things either way. Let's go with the Fire Blast and see what happens. A little bit happens. But yeah, I just want to see what happened. And a few people actually have talked about it, and I'm a little confused about this part. Is some people already have seen like the last bonus season they would make of Ash, or if people just talk about what will happen in the season, because the way people have formulated their sentences around it, it sounds like they already seen it, and I haven't even seen Journeys, like the end of that, so it's not fair. And honestly, at this point, I do not understand, with things as big as Pokemon, why they do not have worldwide release dates. I don't understand it. I know it's probably a little more work, and there's a risk of things getting out there every time you translate it. But I watch it in English anyway. Like, my Switch is on purpose set to English, because all the games I get don't have Danish translation anyway. And a lot of the things I see, I always see in English. I would like if I was able to understand it in Japanese. I would love to see the anime in Japanese. But I cannot read fast. Yeah, you have heard, guys. You have heard me try to read here on this channel a lot. I do not read fast enough to be able to read, close capture. I think, like text underneath on movies and such. I'm not able to read that fast enough. So when I try, I just get really confused instead of just translating from English, from what I hear. So I always just listen to English. Uh, in general, I think it helps. Also, it helps kids a lot when you do that. To be honest, I went all the way up here for a nugget. And this is not a game where you are in lack of money. You get the money, or you have the money, like all of the money you need, right here. I don't remember, should I be up or down for here? Do not remember. Sorry, I forgot to shut my mic. Yeah, it wasn't an issue on my old mic, but this mic is real good for some things and not good for others, apparently. A flamethrower. Yeah, my Ninetales here is pretty much out of moves, so will you please just die? I think water is good against poison. I'm not sure. I think so. It worked. I'm not sure if it was good, but it worked. And sometimes that's all you need. Da 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 da. Okay, and we're gonna go. Yeah, I know I leave a few trainers, but we can always, if we need to grind, we can go back for them. But since we already been to this town, I do not see it as an issue yet. However, I do not remember the gym here. I thought it was the fighting gym, but the fighting gym were next to the psychic gym. So the only thing I think it may be... Oh, I can heal up my Pokemon now. Bouncy Bubble. So I think something tells me that it's the Ninja Gym. And if it is, I feel like he's using Venonat or the evolution, which I do not remember the name of. Something with a morph. But I do not remember the type though. Oh, let's just bubble that too. Is it? It's not grass or bug, I think. Yeah, we had a grass. Erika had the grass gym. We haven't had a bug gym, but I'm not sure. Something tells me it's poison, but I'm not sure. But we're gonna figure it out as soon as we're there, probably. If it's poison, I don't think I have the strongest team though. But I have the cutest one. Ooh, Tauros. I don't really care for it though. However, I do admire the normal Tauros more after I've seen the new version. Like, I caught a water one and a normal one of the new ones in Violet. And I honestly, I also did get The I have actually bought Scarlet also, just so I can get my version exclusive. And I actually wanted to go through the game again, just in my own tempo, and just see if I missed anything or something like that, and just have it as a just laying in bed and relaxing game. Um, I'm not gonna play it here also because I think I just played Violet on here, so I don't think people will care that I play Scarlet too. And I honestly don't want this to be a Pokemon channel, even though it was how I. Oh, I need to go back to get that. I am aware that I branded it like that in the beginning, and that was pretty much just because I wanted to start a place, but I want this to be more a live me channel than a Pokemon channel. So I hope you guys who are here for the Pokemon also want to see me play other things, but it will take a while before I'm done with Let's Go Eevee. Actually thought about what I'm gonna do next as Relaxing Sunday. If Relaxing Sunday is something I'm gonna continue to do, I think I am. I don't want to go back and just play Let's Go Eevee again. I don't want that, and I'm not going to play Let's Go Pikachu either, also because I don't want to waste money on that game when it's minimal changes between Eevee and Pikachu. But yeah, thing probably. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'm just gonna make it as an open space for relaxing games. But I'm in general gonna play relaxing games on this channel, I think. I do not play fighting games that much, or aggressive games in any capacity, though I think there will be some when we play Hogwarts Legacy, and I don't hope people are gonna hate me for it because I know there's a lot of controversy around it. Personally, I just came to the decision, and that was my decision, and I don't expect it to be others, but it's mine, and I have a right to my decision on this. And that is that I don't want to punish every single person who have been working for years of making this game amazing because of one stupid, close-minded person. I don't want to do that. And that's actually the way I decided that, because I really thought about not playing it simply because of the things. I don't want to get too much into it, but because of all the things, I did think about don't getting it, even though I like not as much the movies. Honestly, I loved the movies growing up. I have a little hard time watching the first two nowadays because I grew up and it's really bad child acting a lot. But I enjoy them once every other year. But I enjoy more having the audiobooks, like just listening to them when I do other stuff. I use them a lot. Oh, there was something in the bush, wasn't there? I thought, yeah, he found. Oh, I shouldn't. He found something in there. Sorry. Nothing here. No. So what you find? How close should I get to talk to you? Okay, there. Okay. Is smelling the scent of the grass. That's it. Okay, I thought you found something. Huh. Eh. But the audiobooks just they are so good. I again reading not my thing, but the audiobook first time I heard them in Danish, and since then I have heard them in English every time because especially the reader, and I'm not sure if there's multiple audiobooks out there with different readers, but the one I have heard, he's amazing. He's really good at it, and he's like he changes his voice in a way where it's in a perfect way, where some people when they read they do it too much, so it feel like you kind of feel like they read up for a child, basically. And I don't want that. I don't want these cartoonish kids' voices when I hear my Harry Potter book. And the grumpy old Dumbledore. I don't want that. But he changes his voice a little bit so you can hear a change when he talks for different people. You can hear the change, but it's not like for a little kid at all. And I really enjoy the way he does it. And I also really enjoy the way he pronounces things, which shouldn't be a weird thing, but it is because I have dyslexia, and growing up there is those books you have to read in school, and because I have dyslexia and reading issues, you can get some of them on a disc, so you get it on an audiobook instead on CD. Back then, I'm so old. And ooh, there was a trainer. Maybe I should. I don't remember if I actually already talked to him, but we could just check. Buzzy Buzz, Little Eye, Sappy Seed. No, I think I'm fine with what I have. Sorry. But there's something like, for instance, Chal, which is our teachers tried to choose books that would be hip and in for the young kids. So, for instance, with the rocks, and Chal is a a Danish word, slang word for what's it called in English? The thing you smoke that are legal in some states. It's slang for that. And instead of saying chal, he said chald. For some weird reason. Normal Danish word. Everyone have heard it 1,000 times. But he couldn't pronounce it. And I was like, every time I tried to get immersed in this book, he would say something like that. Or like other kind of drugs where he just said them in a really wrong way or weird way, or the way he put, when you put his sentences together, you will add pressure on different words depending on who you are. And for instance, I could already hear that this person reading up were probably 60 years old, but furthermore, you could hear the way he was telling and reading that he had this old way of putting pressure on words. And since it should be written by a 16-year-old or told from a 16-year-old perspective, it just broke the immersion each time. Where this reader for the Harry Potter stories, I need to catch 2 Pokemon more, okay. But why? No one knows. Okay. Isn't there something about I can catch Pokemon? Ooh, cutscene. I'm gonna break my voice today. We heard there were lots of rare Pokemon in that Go Park place, so we came to check it out for ourselves. Hey, but it was so complicated. App this and connective that. It was so creepy. We had to get out of there. Yeah. Why can't I just trip over a get-rich-quick scheme already? Feels like I just kicked something really hard. Could it be some kind of treasure? At last, our big score. Let's see what it is. Eevee? What? Wow, looks like... Just look at that shine. This must be some amazing treasure. As if, yuck. What are these? Some kind of gold teeth. Teeth? No matter how gold they are, some things just aren't worth the effort. Oh, it's the twerp. What are you doing here? Never mind that. Take these off our hands. Gold teeth. I don't remember what gold teeth I use for. We are busy, so you take care of whatever those are for us. That's right. Now the time for our fantastic getaway. Okay. I didn't get any more info out of that. Again, I do not understand why you can jump one way but not the other. Dude. I thought he was the one who... Oh, it's probably the gym leader who will teach you to swim. So there's no Pokemons to get down here yet. But we need 2 kind of Pokemon more. But I don't think the Safari Park is something that works in this. I think they changed it out for a Pokemon Go feature, and I do not have Pokemon Go because I don't leave the house. And I didn't have it before either, to be honest, because I just think before I even thought about getting it, I got mad because we have issue where a Pokemon would appear in our living room and people would stand outside the window. So I just hated the app right away, to be honest. And my brother had the app and he said it isn't even a rare Pokemon or anything like that. People would just arrive because there were some Pokemon. So it was real frustrating. But I guess it's better here. I heard about some places where people have walked into people's apartments. Just walked into a stranger's apartment to catch a Pokemon. That's weird, and then standing outside the window. But it's still weird. Like, why would you do that? And honestly, I would think a game would have some kind of like need to ask to play something. I know it's not a physical thing, but it's still an event they plan on private property. I think it should be types of Pokemon, so it should something I don't have, I guess. Taurus! And as you know, I stink at this. Nice! You're gonna pop out. Let's try that again. What? I'm really bad at this. Once again, this is not the channel where you will get tips and tricks to how to become a better trainer, because you are already a better trainer than me, even though you never played the game. I'm so bad at this. Come on, Tauros. I just want to catch you. What's wrong with that? I'm just gonna capture you, put you in a small box, and never open it up or let you out again, and never feed you and care for you. But what's the issue in that? Yeah. Okay, and I think I saw a Venonat somewhere. I'm pretty sure I saw a Venonat somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. Something else. Come on, little Pokemon. Give me a... I have caught you. I don't need another one. I'm not Ash. I do not need a Pidgey either. But I can catch you probably. You can just see over here. Oh, sorry, the elastic that cracked. You can see right away the difference. But we leveled up a Pokemon, so that's great. Pretty sure. Oh, Venonat. I'm pretty sure I don't have you. I guess. Maybe. Oh, why do you have to dance? I do not enjoy dancing. Pokemon is fish. What's up? You sure? So we have a kitty here. Kitty code 709. Kitty want attention. Probably not real attention, just enough to get me up and let him out. Because you can. Yes, sir? Just gonna let him out. Yes, sir? Can you say hello in the mic? Can you say hello to people? This is Nero. He's the small one. Well, he's the biggest one, but he's the youngest one, so he's the little baby. It's also not fair. Like, he's 3 months younger than my oldest, so it's not a lot, but it's enough to make him the little baby. And lip gloss and cats. Not a good mix. Delicious. I'm gonna find cat fur on my lips for the next half an hour, so every time I'm gonna touch my lips, just know that's why. So I think I should be... Well, why not get another one? I'm so afraid of hurting my mic when I do this. And I just moved my mic over here instead of over here when I got the new mic, to make sure that I don't knock it all the time and I can get to my stuff and I can reach everything and such. Which is really amazing. Unless I use this hand for anything, or I'm looking over here. Where if you don't know, I have like a screen here where camera in the middle, and then I have a small screen over here. So I look that way a lot. Especially when I do my not all my videos, but when I make my mod videos for my main channel, I look a lot over there because that's where I have the information and my comparison picture and all of that. I rarely use it when I record speed builds. We have a thing in there, but it looks like we need surf to get there. Let's see. And it is a possibility that one of the Pokemons, or both of the Pokemons I just caught, I already had. So they didn't count. But I always found it weird in Pokemon that you should... I understand. I like the idea that you can choose to catch every Pokemon for people who want that. But story-wise, why you want people to catch Pokemons that are gonna be in a Pokeball for the rest of their lives? That's not okay. They should more be like, oh, you can go, for instance, if you catch this Pokemon, please go, and you don't use it, go to this area and release it, because the population in this area is real low, and they try to reintroduce them in this area. For instance, it would be amazing if they did some of that. Or like, could you please, we have too many of these Pokemons over here, so you get something if you catch like 10 of them and go and release it in the other area. That would be amazing if they implemented something like that. I don't think they will ever. Okay. I need another species. But I don't remember what I caught and what I didn't catch. Maybe there's something on the other side. I don't think I have a Dugtrio, actually. I don't think so. Do I? I have a Dugtrio. That's not a duo, but species or the same evolution line, the same species. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I have you, but I don't think I caught you. Let's try. I'm really bad at this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I also been in the... On Steam, I've been communicated with someone. Contacted me for the... We have a Planet Zoo community tab going on Steam. For people who wants to find more Planet Zoo friends, and we were both in there, so we found each other. And we've been talking about games we play or played, and actually been talking a little bit about The Sims, because this Sims is probably through my entire life the game I have played the most. However, it also the most disappointing game I ever played. And it kind of suffers for the same as Pokemon does at this point. Like, we have this idea about the game, but we don't have the time nor the resources or the energy to actually pull it through, so you're gonna read about the game instead. Basically. Do we have something back here I didn't catch? I don't think I caught a lot back here, to be honest. At this point, for me to go back to The Sims, it would be something like actually open world, or at least kind of open zones. It would be fair if you leave the city. You can have a, I'm not sure if I have a side dog. If you leave this city, you could have a load screen. That's fine, but visit your next door neighbor shouldn't be a load screen. The cities should also be more immersive, and if you could actually do things like change your city. I don't know if it was The Sims 2 or 3 where you could plot, like, you actually plotted not down grounds that you could move into. Like, here we won't want a residential house being 40 by 40. Here we want 140 by 50. Here we want 120 by 30. You actually did that yourself. You could add plants and such. That's really something they missed out on later. The areas are also really small, so when you travel to a place where you want to move around and do stuff, you want to run through it all faster than the load screen, so that's honestly it's just disappointing. I'm never gonna catch this, but I'm gonna try my best. But it's just, yeah, and I feel like at this point, it's not as bad in Pokemon Scarlet Violet. But we are hitting that way, sorry, and that's not it. Like, we have a lot of issues in Scarlet Violet. Don't get me wrong, but I think that's the worst issues, is the fact that we're going this way where it's not about you doing all of these things, it's more about like loading screens and, oh, we don't have loading screen anymore. It's well, if it's a big white or black screen, yes, you don't put a loading screen, but it's still a black or white screen until you have loaded the game. Ergo, loading screen. It's just a bad one, but it is one, and it's just frustrating. And I feel like if these guys got 100 million, I don't know how expensive game industry is, but if you just gave these people all of the money they needed all of the time, more people working on it, that would be great. More people, because looking at it, Game Freak sounds like a fairly small team of people, which sometimes makes sense, but it would be great if they, like some other games, they have two teams, so they have one working on next year and one working on the year after that. So instead of having 1 year for a game, you have 2 years, for instance. And then you may have some people overlapping so they can communicate clearly with each other for the overall story arc from one game to another. But because Pokemon are not made as a continuation, that part actually doesn't matter. There's some game mechanic they would have to. Game mechanic they would have to like communicate about, if you add this here, should we add it in the next game also. But a lot of the games are made on like which of the new mechanic do we want to keep and which one do people love, and you won't know that before like the previous game is out. But you can make a lot of the base work before that, like base coding, base characters, base storyline, Pokemon we want in the game. You can do that a lot of time before, if you ask me. I'm so bad at this. And it's just frustrating. Very much. Very much. This doesn't go well. Ooh, sorry. At least one of these Pokemon must count as a new species, right? I think so. We're trying. Try to go back. Da 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 da. And all of that for going in there and losing. Wouldn't that just be great? I'm not even sure we need to heal, but now we have, and so we have saved the game, I guess. I don't even remember if I have autosave on here, but I hope we have. It didn't say save, however, anywhere. And I don't know which Pokemon to catch if this doesn't do the trick. Like, going back and get... I have Geodude. Yeah, I know. I have caught 50, so I'm not sure which one of them counted and which of them didn't. I caught Rapidash and Dr. which I didn't have. Okay. It is the ninja thingy. Fa-fa-la! Startled by my disguise, are you? I shall use my intricate style to confound and destroy you in battle as well. I'm amazed every time I see that. He looks just like me, right? I would be terrified if someone looks that much like me. I would be terrified, honestly. And I hate this. Okay. Okay, I should be able to beat an arena with my Nidoking. Should be possible. I'm also over leveled, which we like. Double kick. Didn't do what it was intended to do. It hurt me. Like, honestly, a lot compared to what I thought. That helped. And another one of those. And you did. And Jolly Groom. Will you switch your Pokemon? Nope. Nidorino. So I guess same tactic worked. Guessing here, but it seems like it. But it is a little confusing at this point why no trainers have full evolved Pokemon. Like 41, it should have evolved if it wanted to at this point. Though you need the Moonstone for these two, so I guess specifically these two does make sense. If you can't find one, and even if you can, how do you decide which one to? Don't ask me what I'm doing because I don't know. Don't know. It just felt like it, I guess. It's something you get really aware of. Every weird thing you normally do by yourself when you're live, even though you're still technically by yourself, people can see it. Let's see. Horn attack? That didn't help me a lot. Let's try that again. Try with the double kick. Again, kicking a blob of poison. I'm not sure it's the good choice. But as long as it won't attack me in any way, I guess I'm... Oh, that didn't do a whole of a lot. And minimize, of course. So I guess I'm gonna try and trash him, because I'm pretty sure Poison Sting won't do a hell of a lot here. Would you stop with that? It's frustrating. Okay. It's just some attacks are really made with animations that make it like this, make it look like a real strong attack, and then when it really doesn't do anything, it just seems like a waste. Where a lot of attacks just looks like a little jump or something like that. I feel like this fight is a lot longer than it should be. Can I trash it now? No? Gonna try that again. Yeah, please. Why won't you kill it? It's a kind of small blob of poison. Just kill it. Damn it. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Why? It's just a why. I don't think I need to say anything else. Just why. Tell me why you want to give me a beef steak, something like that. Okay, if the next one is a mug, I'm gonna change my Pokemon. Beedrill. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna stay in here. I just didn't enjoy that fight because it was unnecessarily long. Ta-da! And let's get further in here, I guess. Yeah, for now it seems like it is Poison Gym, but it just I guess a ninja gem would be poisoned. I guess it depends on how you define a fighting Pokemon. Like, do I have anything that can hurt this? I don't think so. Oh, that could. But that's not a poison Pokemon, so that doesn't bad. So I guess we're gonna use Eevee. I don't want to yet, but I have bad moves. But I have bad move on my Eevee, so I guess that's my best move here. I also have psychic moves, honestly. Wonder Feed. And what are you throwing at me next? XP point, I like that, but another hunter, so we're gonna stay in the fight. At this point, I'm not that terrified about the gym leader in here, the way this is going. Again, he could surprise me, but I'm not. Even if I don't beat him the first time, then I go back through and then I do not lose any Pokemon, and then I should be fine, I guess. And then I guess a third hunter or maybe a Gengar. Maybe. Sorry. Sorry, I just have, you know, this theme like this person playing this game. And every time it pops up, I just instantly think like it's some kind of alarm, something's wrong or something like that. Don't know, it's never is. It never is. But I just think it every time. That was quick. And I know next time we just have to beat all of the bikini babes. Not sure that's how they, what they're called, like surfing beauty or something. It's bikini babes. I think there was something there. Huh. Again, a man with a lollipop and a whip. No trust. Never. Tamer Itgar. Itgar just doesn't sound like a... It sounds like a really old, like middle-aged old person. Try with Dancing Glam. Didn't do hello. Glare. Paralyzed, of course. Not a good move, just a... I think it Ice Beam I have on there. I'm not sure. Okay, again, glass cannon, but it's cute. Okay. Technically, I could just as well have evolutions at this point. Okay. I think my water would be good. Again, I tried to get by here without looking things up today. Normally I would. But I gotten this far without looking things up. So I'm gonna try this one. It's not my strongest Pokemon, so it's okay if I lose it. Again, only one water move. I forgot that part. it withstood the attack at least. And water gun. It was a hell of a lot stronger than the last thing I did. So we're gonna do that again. I'm not sure I'm gonna get to actually killing this, but I can hurt it. I thought I would get one more move in. Okay. I don't think electric will be so strong here. I don't think so. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. I have water move here. Technically, like from a natural standpoint, fire does burn out a lot of poison and bacteria. But I want to have, if I can have 3 Pokemon in the next fight, I would really appreciate that. And my Eevee should be able to survive this no matter what. So we're gonna go in with the Bouncy Bubble. And kill it. Yes. Good boy. I think you're a boy, I'm not sure, but I think you're a girl, so you're a good girl. Unless you feel like you're a boy, then I will accept your choice. Arbok, and I'm gonna stay in the fight. Again, same issue. And at least as long as I don't get poisoned, this won't hurt me because I heal while I attack. That's okay. Unless it continues to the next fight, which I think it does. And it's gonna poison me. Damn it. But I don't think it poisoned me. I would like to kill you now. I don't think I'm poisoned, but I'm not sure. Need to stay in the fight. Bouncy Bubble. Didn't do half, and I would like it to do half. I don't remember, do you snap out of being paralyzed? Not sure. I just try to figure out a better way of doing this because I don't think I'm doing this the best possible way right now. Of course, I have some potions, so as long as I survive, I'm not sure if I have something for being paralyzed. But I'm gonna kill this one now. And then I guess I'm gonna continue. However, there's 2 persons in the middle as far as I remember. Why did we actually go back to the back end of this arena to do this fight? Like, looking around, we are not placed the same way, place in the building. Or, actually, I'm not sure because the windows are not the same. Okay, baggy. Medicine. But against poison, I think. Paralyzed there. What is it a ether does? I'm not sure. It's PP. An elixir, that's also PP. Super potion. Yeah, I need my Eevee to be older. Not older, all there. Yeah, sorry, I know my pronunciation of words are not great, and it's not only in English, it's also in Danish. No, there's only one person in here. God damn it! Wow. A mere child like you dares to challenge me. The very idea makes me shiver. Very well, I shall show you true terror as a ninja master. He's really like flashy for a discreet ninja who works in the shadows. Just the aging. Maybe he should be like a circus act or something like that with that attitude. Opponents can't lay a hand on me, as poison brings their steady doom. Despair as well as you feel the creeping horror of poison type Pokemon. Have we ever have a gym leader that just had a well, of course, I don't know if any of these names are normal Japanese names, but have we ever had one just with a normal name? Like Jim or Connor or something. Patricia. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try that one again. Yes, and hopefully we caught it. Okay, that was a little aggressive. Hey, baby girl. This is Ninja. She's the big girl. She's the baby girl, but she's the big one. She's the older one. Something you want to say? It's rare that she actually wants to sit here while I'm playing. You can still hear me, right? Yeah. Okay, do we want to switch Pokemon? I didn't see what he was throwing at me, so... Oh, Mug. Shit. Okay. We're gonna go for a fire spin once again. Because I just wanted to be caught in there. Yeah, I know. She wants me to lay down in the chair. Good girl. What you doing now? Oh, she wants to open the door. Well, if you can't get your mom to lay down when you want her to, then you don't want to be in the room, because now she's gonna be pissed at me for the rest of the day, probably. Do not protect yourself. I don't understand the move protect, because it only works that one round, and like you use a turn on it and the other one uses a turn on it. So the only thing you get out of it is the fact that it will take a longer. Like it won't help you actually win a fight unless you have like poisoned the other or something like that, or you're gonna heal yourself in the meanwhile. Besides that, that's not gonna help. Okay, I'm gonna use Eevee because then I can heal Eevee once again with Jolteon if I need to. I don't think I need to, but I can. Besides, I do not have any revines, so I need to do it before Eevee get killed. Okay. Gonna try Glitzy Glow because I think Protect only helps against physical moves. I was wrong. Okay, what are we gonna do? Try a Dark Type? Again, I do not remember what's good or bad here. This wasn't good. So now I know. Do not poison me. Do not poison me. Actually, I think that's the first time both my cats have been live. Let's try that one again. See what happens. Ooh, me like. It was also a crit, but I'm pretty sure not all of that was because it was a crit. Try that one again. Well, I'm pretty sure at this point I could use any of my moves and it would work. Okay. What else do you have for me? Golbat. Gonna stay here. We do not have any issues at this point, so let's try that one again. Stop using Protect, for God's sake! Oh my god. Again, unless you have landed something that worked multiple turns, it doesn't make sense to use. Yeah, now we are poisoned. Great. But I still think it's too late for him. I think, I do not promise, but I think I got this in the bag. I think, I hope, I really, really hope. I just want to use Sponge Bubble to get a little bit health up before the last fight. Especially when I'm poisoned. Because now it makes sense for him to protect himself because the poison will still work. Yay, we grew a level. That's at least something, I guess. And now it's the moth. Yeah, Venom moth. I knew it was moth and I knew it was Winonet's evolution. We're gonna stay in here. Okay. Found you, Babel? Of course you did. Of course you did! Now I have issues. And I pretty much need to hurt that more than poison plus that move hurts me, which I didn't. I'm not confident in this at all. Again, I do not have any revines. If I had, I would happily use it on my Eevee at this point. We have Thunderbolt, Thunder Shock. I do not remember the difference, but I think Bolt is the strong one. Come on. Yeah. Well, as far as I hit first, yeah, yeah. I actually thought that I would need to get in here again to try again. Yay. Here, take a soul badge. And smack you and Eevee in the booty. You got a soul badge from Kuga. Now that you have the soul badge, Pokemon up to level 70 will heed your command if you receive them in a trade. Ah, take this too. Yay, we can toxic Pokemon. Yay. It is an ancient move passed down through my family for 400 years. That's why every poison Pokemon can do it. When hit with toxics, poisonous effects, a Pokemon will take more and more damage with each turn that passes in battle. It will surely terrorize your opponent. Okay, but I thought I was gonna learn... Oh, okay, bye. I guess. Then where do we learn surf? I'm not sure, but we have a few houses here we can attend to next time. Or next Sunday, because as I mentioned earlier, I think I may be going live this Tuesday. Haven't decided. Friday is no longer a every week thing. I will have Sunday as the only thing I do every week, and then I will sprinkle in when I feel like it, when I'm up for it, when there's something I want to go live for, I will go live for it. I'm thinking Tuesday, but I haven't decided. Or I will probably decide tomorrow, so if I put it up tomorrow, you will know. And if I don't put it up tomorrow, you will know that I have decided not to. So save your progress and sleep mode. So that was pretty much it. Yeah, you can just see my elastic hanging here. Yeah. I thought it was cute with the hair up, but this not cute. Yeah, that's all I got for you today, guys. As always, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. Really hope to see you again. Other in the comments below or in the next video. And until then, bye guys.